Hi guys, it's me, Andrea. I will show you today a Halloween page actually. I'm using the stems here from Sheena Douglas, and it's her series. She's doing this perfect partners where she has stems and die cuts, and I think that's perfect, especially what I'm using here. These are skeletons, and you can imagine when you want to cut them out, not only stamping them, you want to cut them out, that will be really fiddly. So it's perfect. What I try to do here is um, with my stamp positioner to get the stamp image perfectly lined up on my die, and that only works best with a positioner, but it works much better of course with a stamping platform. What I didn't have at that time, I got it today actually. I got my Tim Holtz stamping platform, so that will be when I do that next. I definitely will use that one. But it sort of worked with the position as well. So you don't need this extremely expensive supply. So, but I wanted it, so I got it. And I'm stamping down the other images I will use. And these little masks you get in there. And I had quite an idea in my head, with this dog skeleton and the cat skeleton, and you will see where it goes. So I cut out this mask. There are no die cuts for this masks. It's really easy to cut them out, so that's not really a problem. So what I will do with the dog skeleton here is I cut out three of them, and I glue them on top of each other to have a very dimensional, um, dimensional piece. I only do it with the dog skeleton. The cat one will stay one dimensional or only one cut, because it gets this little ghost thingy mask, whatever. It will be disguised, so that's why it's okay only with one layer. And with this dog, I try to get this mask on. It will work. So first I work here on my page, the background, and my initial idea was to work with watercolors. And I will show it to you very, very quickly, because or what I do here, I use masking fluid masking stuff to keep this protected, because I wanted to have it as the moon in the night, and I wanted to keep that very light. So as I said, I start with watercolors, and um, the problem was, of course it worked, the problem was, to me, it was too flat. With this theme, I wanted to have it dark, and I wanted to have it, yeah, yeah, dark and more textured. So that's what I do now. I put some modeling paste here over my moon. That's the first thing I go over with my spatula here, and rough it up a bit, and then I drag it out to have a bit of, later than with the paint on, of course, bit of this cloudy shades over the moon. And yeah, so while that dries, I go and work on my skeletons here. And for that I use watercolors, and I use this brownish colors, because I think this bones, after a while, when they're old, they're getting this yellow brownish color. So that's why I did that. And this mask, I keep it I keep it light, only with some shadings here in grey, lighter grey, bit of darker grey here and there. And it's fabric, like the ghosts are wearing this bedding sheets, cut into eyes, into two holes for the eyes. So that's this typical cliche, isn't it? So Okay, this is ready now. I glued it down, and of course I had to cut the cat to size. It's not meant to have this thing on top, but it works. So, and I start here with acrylic paint. I didn't prepare my page. It's watercolor, the paper, and I didn't prepare it with gesso or something. So that means the acrylic paint gets soaked up by the paper, and that leaves this nice effect of this, yeah, diffuse and shady or foggy effect, and that's what I hoped for, and it worked. The whole color will look like it looks diffuse. It doesn't look very defined, and that's what I exactly wanted. So I put a tiny bit of blue in, and I always blend it out here with my baby wipe. And I didn't want to have it very defined, the blue. I will put a tiny bit of green on the bottom, tiny bit. I put a bit of green on the bottom, of course, and darken it up here and there. And I will, of course, work on the details later. At the moment, it's the pure background and no real details. Here on the foreground, you can see I'm working on the white shades from the moon to get a bit of a ghostly and spooky atmosphere. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get here. I think that's okay, absolutely. It's basically the background. A lot of it will be, not a lot, but there will be a lot. Oh, yeah, covered up anyway. So, but of course, it should be a really nice Halloween background. And here, a tiny bit of purple in the background because in the night there are quite a lot of colors. It's not only grey and black, there are really more colors to it. So I'm trying to define the moon a bit more, and then the ground here, darken it up here and there where the moon doesn't yeah, shine or reflect. And so I'm pretty happy now, and now I start to put something into the background. That's in the sky, my little bats. You can't see it exactly now, but now I use my ink pad here, and you can see the shape. Bats are pretty easy to make, luckily. I made 3 different sizes here, and I go in with black Posca later to fill them in. They should only be silhouettes, and that's it. So these are my bats. And then I start, of course, with the foreground or with my focal images. No, I think I will go on drawing a bit more. Still working on my bats here, but they will be finished soon. Okay, so here on that side, I will start with a little, it's not a tombstone, it's this wooden, what do you call this wooden crosses on the grave? It's this wooden grave cross thing, and simple wooden things here with a bit of rope attached, and I will colorize it later. And it's the tombstone or the gravestone. Gravestone, yay! That's this typical things you need for Halloween, don't you? Working here with my inks, my my pit pens. Scribble that down here and then take it up with my water tank brush. Bit of, that's a different ink pen I had in grey. I used to fill it in, but I couldn't make or couldn't cover the background up, so that's why I go in with acrylic paint, that the background is not showing through. and I put a word rip on it. Bit of shading here with the dark green, with the same dark green I used for the bottom here, to put a bit of shading in. Just detailing, just fiddling. That's what you do. Yeah, that makes me happy. That's a whole process, that's what you need. Okay, now I'm trying to figure out where to put my little skeletons and glue them down. Problem, what I found out then, something was missing. As you can see, the page is, to me, not really balanced. There is something missing, and I was thinking about what to do. And of course, there's one obvious thing. Before that, I started a bit of shading here, of course. It grounded them. Even ghosts need a bit of ground to walk on, even though they hover. I don't know, not sure, never met one, but might be so. But even though, and then I thought the best thing, I thought on that area there where just joined, something was missing. So I put a tree down. Draw a tree, very simple tree, nothing special. And luckily Halloween is in the late autumn. There won't be a lot of leaves because I didn't want to put leaves on that. Leaf trees or trees with leaves are looking far too happy and far too beautiful. Not the right thing for Halloween or for a Halloween themed picture here. Okay, and then using my acrylics here in different browns and bit of lighter stuff, and I will go in with white reflections later. First, yeah, then my white, it's a Stabilo all in white. I go over it until it's still a bit of wet, and that makes some marks, some texture. I was quite happy with that. Go over with a bit of acrylic paint again, so you could see the texture and the marks being left there. And I will do a bit of shading, lines back now, of course, with my Posca to define it a bit more. Some tricks here and there. It looked a bit sad, empty. Few reflection on my beds here and on the tree. And I think that's my words already. And it's in German, but it says, cat. What cat? I find it funny, because the cat is disguised, and that's the other one is a dog, and he says, I can smell cats. Cats? What cat? So, and that's it actually. I think I will do a bit of etching here in black with my leftover blacks, but I think that's basically it. I really had fun with that page, and it really worked the way I wanted it. I had this basic plan in my head, and it worked, and I'm pretty happy about that. So I hope you like it, and if so, I would be more than happy about some thumbs up and even a comment. That would be so much appreciated. And a bit of glitter here on my beds, of course, with my sparkle pen. But that's it. You see the close-up now come in, and I think the clouds or the sky is quite great with a bit of purple in it, and I like my moon, with this pale light, and yeah. Okay, so that's it, guys. I hope I see you soon again with my next video, and I wish you a fantastic time. So thanks again, and bye bye.